Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation, I came out that I push this word in truth and in sincerity. Another reason, like the Apostle Tahar always says, is another reason to stay away from the NW. And we all know what I'm saying, referring to the NW. Now here it is. I'm not gonna mention no particular names. I'm just gonna get into this cautionary tale of how men should not date these NWs. Don't even get involved with them. And it was this one particular incident on my job, and this woman been on the job for less than 2 years. All of a sudden, you see, I'm a manager, so I see things. And she was dealing with another manager, always laughing in his face. And you can tell when somebody is when two people are involved with each other romantically, you can see things. You can see it. Especially if you're a man of understanding. Body language tells it all. So I don't say nothing. And I know that her husband works on the night shift. He's, a team leader on a night shift with the forklift crew. So I guess she was thinking that it would never get back to him or never, but people talk. She's doing, so how she's working there, and he got her the job, mind you. How was she's working less than 2 years, she become a supervisor? It's because she opened her legs to a manager because she had a fat ass, a somewhat pretty face, but a hair hat for them weaves, multiple makeup. So she was using what she got between her legs to get a position, which most women do. I see on that job. But it got back to her man. Now, this dude, mind you, I know him. He was somewhat cool with me. And he was telling me what happened, like as if I didn't know what happened. I seen it happening, but I mind my business. It's not my problem. I have nothing to do with it. And homeboy knows she got a man, but he don't care. He got a wife, but he don't care. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. Now you know she have a husband. So you one of them scumbag niggas that like to fuck other men's women. Sharing body fluids. Even though you got a woman and you wouldn't want that to happen to you. It's funny how men like to commit adultery with other men's wives, but they got a wife themselves, but they don't want that to happen to them. Straight hypocrisy, straight wickedness. Like I said, it got me tight, because you got a wife, and you gonna sit with another man's wife, because she got a fat ass, and she all in your face, enticing you. You should know better than that, bro. But you don't have no understanding. Like it says in Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. What's going to happen is, you got away with this time, but you're going to do it again. Somebody going to put you to death. And that somebody is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Because you're going to put the spirit on somebody to come back, and you're going to get put to death. There's a story that I know of some dude that used to sell knockoff handbags and costume jewelry to women. He had a large following, and he was committing adultery with women. He wound up getting stabbed up. Right as he's coming out the house, The man leaving his job early, he's coming up the stairs. They get to an altercation, he gets stabbed, and he dies. Now, homeboy's in jail. The other guy's dead, and this woman gonna do that to another man. You see the pattern? Now you got this dude on my job. He's a manager. He should know better. But dudes do what they do. Women do what they do. Men are wicked. Women are wicked. But this truth always going to bear the victory. And the truth of the matter is, Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding, it says, he that doeth it destroyeth his own soul, because the Lord got you marked now. Just because you got away with it this time doesn't mean you're going to continue getting away with it. Even if you get away with it 6, 7 times, 8 times, 10 times, eventually it's going to come back to bite you in your ass. The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 8 verse 11, because the sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men are fully set them to do evil. That's an evil act, man. Grieving a man by adultery. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man, like I pointed out earlier about the guy that was selling knockoff handbags and costume jewelry. He was coming out of this woman's house because he had from what I was told, he had a knack for dealing with women that was married. That's what his partner told me, because I saw a makeshift memorial, and I did a video on this before, and this dude was just, persistent on dealing with married women, and he got his just due. He says, for jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he shall not spare thee in the day of vengeance. And that dude that came up the stairs and saw that dude come out of his house, and his wife locked the door and slammed the door and called the police while he was getting stabbed up. Her lover was getting stabbed up by her husband. Nigga died right in front of the doorstep. Police came and arrested him. He locked up, and the dude was in the graveyard. And this bitch gonna do that same shit over and over again. It says, verse 35, he will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. I don't care how much you try to apologize, I'm sorry. That was that man's wife. Of course you're gonna be in a rage. Of course he's gonna be in a rage, man. But to these women, they just do a lot of crazy shit, man. Mainly the black women. I'm talking about the black, but they're our natural enemy. They talk shit about us. They say they don't. No, name me one other race of women that say they don't need a man. You don't see the Japanese women say I don't need a man. You don't see the East Indian women saying I don't need a man with the dot on her head. You don't see an Arab woman saying I don't need my man. You don't even see the Chinese woman saying that, the African woman saying I don't need my man. The only group of people, because we are under the curses that say I don't need a man, is the NW. And that's a goddamn shame. That's a shame. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's crazy, man. It says, this is Proverbs chapter 30, verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. What she's eating the seed of another man. She wipeth her mouth and say, I have done no wickedness. And then go home to her husband and deprive him of sex, but give all the sex to the man that she's cheating on him with. Or if she do give him sex, she's sharing body fluids. Which is totally wicked and totally off, man. And it vexes a man's spirit once he learned that his woman stepped out on him. And the crazy thing is, she don't think she did anything wrong. That's her side dude. Hey, man, we need deliverance. We got two enemies in this society. Esau, the so-called white man, and our natural enemy, right on over Esau, the so-called white man, is his pit bull, the NW. She don't care about you. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. Back in Proverbs chapter 30, verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. In her mind, she's just doing her thing. She's dealing with her side dude. But in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh Shah, that's a wicked and adulterous act, and you're gonna get put to death. That's an act. That's a sin worthy of death. And eventually, like I said, and like I mentioned, scripture. I brought out the scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against the evil workers not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men and women, are fully set to do evil. You keep on doing the things you're doing, thinking you're getting away with it. Nah, the Most High is building up to the point where He's going to judge you. Wow. You know, when I seen this, when I saw it, I knew it was happening, but I wasn't sure. But body language tells a lot. Then when I found out, and then when he came himself and told me, because he got to the point where he's working at night with the forklift crew, what he did was he switched to the daytime. And that's how I found out what was happening, because he told me. So you switch to the daytime to watch your woman, you shouldn't even be with her no more. He asked me for advice. I said, yo, bro, by you switching to the daytime, it's showing you that, you know, you weak for this woman. You should have just kept your night crew, kept with the night crew, and left this woman. Easy. That's my advice to you, but that's just my advice. That's what I would have done. That's what I told him. But everybody move how they move. Who knows the way between the man and his maid? Maybe he's deeply in love with her. I don't know. I wouldn't go for that shit. Tell you that much. I wouldn't go for it. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. And I was wicked what she did to this dude, man. Let me read it again. It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which meaning being mentally unbalanced, being bugged out of your mind. And any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. And one way that woman could totally disrespect you by sleeping out, by stepping out and going to another man. When a woman do that, that means she gave that man time, and she decided it's time for her to give him her body. It's time for her to give him his body. Slacky. It's time for her to give him her body. Because she spent ample time with this guy behind your back. And that's totally wicked. It tell you in the scriptures, sitting there over another man's woman. It says, and any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me. And these black women, the NW, hate the black men with a perfect hatred. And it's plain. They come out their power all the time. And any revenge but the revenge of enemies. It says, there is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. And these are perfect enemies. A woman will set you up. This is our natural enemy. A woman will set you up, go behind your back, sleep with your boys, steal from you, empty your bank account, and run off with another man. That's if you foolish enough to have a joint bank account with a woman. I ain't having no joint bank account with no woman. Your bank account, your money is your money, my money is my money. I ain't having no joint bank account with nobody. They could easily go and drain your account. Drain your fortune, drain all your money that you have in that bank, that joint bank account. It will behoove a man to have his own. It says, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. A woman will never grant you no peace, always babbling, always nagging. Who want to be with that? That's why I live by myself. For over 20 years, I have been by myself. I live by myself. I may have my woman come over, but you got to go. You can spend a week or two, but once you start getting on my nerves, go to your crib. I spend time at your house. When we start clashing, getting into arguments a lot, I'm going home. It's best to have your own, man. Put no trust in any nigga in the streets. Put no faith, I'm gonna put it this way, put no faith in any nigga in these streets that they're gonna back you, because they worldly, they in the world. Trust no woman. That's the bottom line. Trust no woman. Put no trust and faith in a brother, a biological brother, not a brother in the truth. Have no friends and trust no women. Friends, that mean in the world. You can't trust these women. You can't trust these niggas in the world. They're stabbing your back. And stick that knife in deep. It says, the wickedness of a woman changes her countenance and darkeneth her changes her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall be among the neighbors. Her husband shall sit among the neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. When he hear that all the wickedness she have done behind his back, because neighbors talk. When he get a whiff of that shit, he gonna be bitter about that. He may put her in the man to death, or he may just walk off and just deal with it. It's best that you feel the sting of a woman in your teenage years than to go about all them years, then here it is, and you in your late 30s or early 30s, early 40s, and you feel the sting of a woman. You might not bounce back. You might get the plague of the heart. Or go out your wits for that woman and end up in the jail cell or the grave. So it's best you feel the sting of a woman when you in your teens, early 20s, you get over that shit. That's called experience. So when it happens again, you know how to deal with that situation. You won't lose your mind. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. I mean, that dude is in the world. He eat pork. He, observe his birthday. These pagan festivals. So, I mean, he's in the world. He's worldly. Does that make him wicked? Yeah. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Two wicked-ass demons together. Two peas in a pod. It's kind of crazy, man, but but it is true, man. And the reason these things happen because Esau, the so-called white man, have given these women liberty to do whatever the hell they want, with no repercussions behind it. What I found out in the society, Esau, the so-called white man, gave these women privilege to do what they do, but also gave them protection from men that they cross. But they can call 911. You see, Esau gave you the privilege to go out there and be a wicked-ass woman with no repercussions behind it, go and commit adultery, get with a man because he got money, divorce him after 3 years, 4 years, and take half of what he got. Esau gave you that privilege. And Esau, the so-called white man, gave you that privilege to do wickedness and give you protection. You can call 911 and get a man arrested immediately. But soon, Isaiah 32:9, rise up you women that are at ease. Because what's going to happen is, the Lord's going to put the spirit on Esau to snatch all that protection from you when all hell break loose. And now what? All these men out here that got wronged by these women is going to want not 1 pound of flesh, but 20 pounds of flesh from you women. Then we're going to see how proud you are. Isaiah 32:9, rise up you women that are at ease. You at ease now because Esau is giving you all these benefits. But when all hell breaks loose, that protection from Esau is going to be done through. Now you open to the elements. And these niggas that have been wronged by you are going to take that 10 pounds or 20 pounds of flesh off your greasy, slimy nigger ass. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to guide abroad. If she go, see, that's what happens. Esau gave them liberty to guide abroad and do all kind of wickedness. But here's the catch. If you get one of them women and you see how she's moving and she don't want to listen to you, you tell her, listen, I don't want you wearing that outfit out in the streets. And she tell you, oh, my body, my choice, I wear what I want. And she's being rebellious towards it like that way. Or if she's committing adultery and she's loose, you see that she's she's loose and, no woman should have any male friends. Because I don't have no female friends. Because if I'm engaging in a woman, I'm trying to pop. I don't need no female friends. How you doing? That's it. But we engaging and being friends. You call me your friend. You know damn well why I'm engaging in a conversation with you. Why I'm trying to court you and do everything that I'm doing because I want some box. So a man should have no female friends. Neither should a woman have male friends. Because I'm a man and I know what I want. So imagine another man with your woman. I got somebody that's my friend. You're okay. You're okay. It says back in the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to guide abroad. If she go not as thou wouldst have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bitter divorce and let her go. Let that bitch go to the streets because she's for the streets anyway. Let her go back to the streets. And if it's meant for you to be alone, be alone. I mean, if you're a man, a real man is not going to be afraid to be alone, man. Bottom line. Straight talk. This is, let me see. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 7. Verse 7, Slakia. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. She gonna sting you every time. Every time you turn around, she's out there in the streets fucking with them bad boys, them gangsters, them drug dealers. Behind your back while you working. She's in the streets. Being for the streets. A drunken woman is a gatherer abroad. It says a drunken woman and a gatherer abroad cause of great anger, and she will not. It says and she will not cover her own shame, because them shameless women out there they unruly. They're getting a man's face, set a man up, start an argument with a man. Get in a man's face, and there you go. There was an incident in the Bronx. I forgot where it was at. It was in the news the other day. It happened like yesterday or something. This woman was in a store, argued with a man, and she got in his face. So he walked over. She still was getting in his face. You know how women are, these NWs. And when she got out, when he left the store. When she came out, he was waiting for her, shot her right in her face. Shot her right in her face. Now everybody's crying, oh, she didn't deserve that. I'm not saying she did, but the Most High sanctioned that. The Most High put her to death. Who's right? What people are saying or judgment from the Lord? It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. That's what happens when you unruly. When you get so much privilege to do what you want to do and no repercussions behind it, no accountability. That's what happens. Getting in another man's face as if you could whoop him. And then when you get in a man's face and he put hands on you, you go call your brother or your man or your uncle and get them killed. Or they go to jail for killing another man that you got in his face and started talking shit about. Whatever the argument was over, a man is a man, and a woman should not go up against another man thinking that she's going to whoop him or something. Then you got these women that call themselves studs, that they could match the strength of a man and wind up getting their ass handed to them. In this case, I think it happened in Mott Haven section of the Bronx. This woman was in the grocery store talking shit, getting in another man's face. He left the store, and like I stated earlier, seconds earlier, he waited for her outside. When she came out the store, he shot her in her face. Swift judgment from the Lord. You never know what a man is thinking, you never know what a man is going through. So you shouldn't be getting in their face. You know, it says, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 26. I'm going to say, start at 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reference her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Will fear the Lord, man. And not too many of these women, their God is the government. Their God is the government, not Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Their God is the government, Esau. That's their God. Because who take care of them? Esau. But soon, all them goodies are going to come to an abrupt end. Now what you going to do, lady? I mean, back to homeboy on my job, I kind of feel bad for him because I watched it happen. Because body language, you can see what's happening. But I mind my business because it's not my business. I didn't tell him, yo, man, you know that's wrong, what you're doing. You know she got a husband. These niggas don't care about that shit. These niggas don't care. A nigga in the world don't care about a woman having a man. I don't know that nigga. That's the first thing they'll tell you. So why even tell them that, you know what you're doing is wrong, bro. You shouldn't be doing that. You just mind your business and watch it play out. Now everybody on the day shift and the night shift know what's going on. Everybody see that shame. You was only working in this place for 2 years, less than 2 years, a year and a half, and now you become supervisor? How? You know how long it takes to become a supervisor? You have to go through the ranks. She surpassed being a team leader and jumped to supervisor. How? Because she was dealing with a manager that bumped her up because she was giving him what she had between her legs. She didn't do that because she was a good worker, a smart worker. She did that because she gave her what she had between her legs and that fellatio. To be honest, that's how she got that position. The NW are our natural enemies, man. The NW are our natural enemies. Right along with Esau, the so-called white man. He's our top enemy. Our natural enemy, because we under the curses, is our woman. The NW. This is Micah chapter 7, verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. The righteous anger of the Lord is rightfully coming upon us because we have sinned against him. And we know why we're in this predicament, we under the curses, why women hate us. We know why. Those that's in the know, those that understand this truth, the men that understand this truth know why we're in the situation we're in with these women. And why we at the bottom and nobody respect us? Not even our own women respect us. He says, back in Micah chapter 7, verse 9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, I will bring, and he will bring me. Now I'm going to read that again. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, the righteous anger of the Lord, because we sinned against him, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause by giving us this truth, bringing us back to our heritage, and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, which is this truth, and I shall behold his righteousness. Verse 10. Our natural enemy is going to face this. Then she that is my enemy shall see how the Lord is, dealing with the elect man of Israel, or the hopeful elect. And shame shall cover her. Because we approaching a time when everything's all hell gonna break loose. It says, which saith unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. In the day that it says, that's the point, right? I'm not gonna go no further. When the time comes, you women you're gonna face a harsh reality that you truly really need your man. And all the hurt you have done to your man, the so-called black man, you're gonna pay for that because they ain't gonna be by you to protect you when all hell break loose. Dig that. I feel kind of bad for the dude on my job because you could tell he's crushed. He's hurt. Now everybody on the day shift and the night shift know what's going on in your business with you and your woman. Only thing you could do is show you a man and leave that bitch. But you not. Because you PW. You PW. And she got you. Wrapped around her finger. Take heed, brothers. Take heed. Your woman started acting funny. Question that shit. She started becoming distant to you. Question that shit. Because she's our natural enemy. Being joint heirs with Esau in this kingdom. But Esau, the so-called white man, gonna turn his back on her. Then she's gonna be open to the elements. And like it says in Micah chapter 7, verse 10, shame shall cover her. And she's gonna be trodden down like the mire of the streets. Shalom.